Remember when I said I was nervous for harvest? Yep. Combine broke down. Something with the left rotor by the gearbox somewhere. Kind of talking around. We've been on the phone for the past hour and a half, finding out what to do and what might be went wrong, and something must have fell off right after the gearbox into the back of the rotor. Something's off. The left rotor does not spin at all. I mean, you can wiggle it, but it doesn't turn though. It's not blocked. Something's apart, so, well, hope we don't have to pull the rotor out. I don't know. Hopefully we can fix it ourselves, but combine might have to go somewhere. I don't know. So, dropping the header. I'm gonna start working on it. Hopefully it's something we can fix. And it's not just the combine now. There's also stuff with the wheat too. I'll talk about that later. Everybody's having a problem with the wheat around here. Everybody. It's not just us either. Oh, hey everybody, so finally at it again. Well, got the combine fixed for now. I'll talk more about it later, but in a nutshell though, a bolt broke where the rotor gearbox attaches to the back end of the rotor. There was a bolt and kind of a donut cross member that kind of fit together. There's a bolt that holds that together so it doesn't slide out. That bolt broke and the parts fell into the rotor, so we had to take the gearbox off and then reach in with a magnet with a long rod to get the parts out. And the only thing we needed to buy was a new bolt, so it was a cheap fix, but we started working on it at about 3:30 it might have been, and we didn't get done. Well, we kind of took a break to eat something and waiting for Dad to get back with the parts. Between me and my brother did most of it, and started around 3:30 and got done. We got in the house at 1:30 in the morning. 1:30 in the morning, yeah. I didn't get to bed till whenever, late. We're at it again now, hitting it hard. So I'll go over it later, walk around the combine, I'll show what's going on. It's actually a common thing we've discovered on the CRs. So, might be something. If I know some of my viewers have CR combines, I would check that out. I'll go over it later, but learning from the dealerships and calling some other people too. Learning some things there. But anyways though, talk about another issue that we're facing now. And it's not just us facing this either. The wheat has been running good. It's been doing excellent. However, there's a problem. My dad's been farming full-time for 40 years. He's been farming all of his life, but 40 years full-time though. It's been his full-time job. This is his first year ever that we have ergot. E-R-G-O-T. You guys can Google it, ergot. It's a fungus that's found in most small cereal grains. And essentially it's a black fungus that is very poisonous to any creature if eaten. So, and like I say, it's not just us having this problem. I took out a load to the elevator and I got rejected. There was too much ergot present, and I talked to Ron. They already rejected a bunch of loads already. It's kind of widespread because we maybe thought that it was in our seed, but our seed was pretty clean when we cleaned it this spring, and so we thought maybe we should have bought certified seed. But it's kind of funny though, even the guys that have certified seed, they have it. It's more dominant around the outside edges of the field. I mean, we've done a lot of research on it in the past couple days, and I guess they've been having trouble with it in the Midwest, kinda. It hasn't made it up here to North Dakota yet, but it's here now. A lot of people are having issues. I mean, it's not very much in the wheat. It's there, but what's happening now is one of the local elevators is getting what's called a gravity table, and that supposedly works decent for cleaning it out, the ergot. So they're getting one in, they're borrowing it from another elevator to see how they like it, and some of the area farmers here have been hauling wheat to them that have ergot, including myself, and we're going to see how it works. They're going to try to clean some of the wheat. We can either sell it to the local elevator, or we just pay them for cleaning it. So that's a whole nother issue we're facing now. Like I said, everybody, I was nervous for harvest season. The way this year has been going, 2018, the slogan has just been, what's next for trouble? What's next? And it just keeps going. But it's a little bugger of a fungus. Apparently fungicide doesn't work on it. There's not very many seed treatments that will work whatsoever. There's very little that can be done. Only what you can do is crop rotations, mowing grasses around the edge of the field to prevent it from going in. Because this fungus, I mean, you guys can Google it and do some research for yourself, but it's a bugger. It's a bugger. It's probably going to be here to stay now. Just another battle. So that throws a whole nother loop into the equation. And haven't talked to other guys yet that we know. We'll probably talk to them later and see if they're having any issues too. And but I know a lot of people, some good friends of ours too, have it as well. Just I don't know what this field's doing. I'm on right now, but I think I got some. I'll have some footage right in the background from the past day or so, whenever that was again. So, but the worst wheat fields have been the organic so far. That's usually expected. Lighter soils there, and then it's plowed, it's tilled. It doesn't do as good as no-till up here. And I'm gonna guess my 2 fields of wheat probably might do anywhere between 35 to 40. That's just my fields. But I know I just got done combining a little about 50 to 20 acre field just right south of our yard. And you guys will probably see the straw bales. We drop straw in there. We drop straw in that field every year, and oh my gosh, that wheat was ridiculous. Sometimes my yield monitor would be over 100 bushels an acre. It would show on the yield monitor. I think it's showing a little high, but how tall that stuff was. I was crawling most of the times. Like, I'd be going 3 miles an hour, and combine would be at over 80% engine load, 80 to 90%. I have to go slow in that field anyways because of the rocks, because that's our most rocky field. But that soil there, just that little piece, it's so good. Just nuts how much we actually got off of it. I don't know what that did. I bet that did 80, if I guess. But that's Dad's field, one of Dad's fields, so it's just crazy. But really, the wheat looks, I mean, except for the stupid ergot, the wheat is pretty good. With that rain too, it kind of dropped the test weight, because I know the first stuff I did, I think I had 62 test weight, but now I think it's at like 61 now because of the rain. And then it took out a little bit of the color too. But it's protein's decent, and like I say though, that stupid ergot just ruining it for everybody here. It's ruining it for everybody. More expenses, more travel time, have to pay cleaning it to make the wheat marketable. There's always got to be a blemish somewhere. I mean, right now we're struggling here a little bit mentally, just the way this year's been going. There's always something to put a damper on what should be something good and pleasant. Combine breaking down didn't help either now. But I will say, so far we got pretty lucky though that we didn't have to pull a rotor out. We got lucky, I'd say, in that aspect. Well, you could still have to pull the rotor out this year if something else happens. You never know. Some fields are worse with ergot than others. This field, it doesn't. I'm kind of trying to look at the wheat heads here. I don't really see anything. It's pretty tough to see it. This field anyways, it doesn't look bad at all. But we'll just keep trucking along here. That's all we can do. We have to take the crop off and then get it cleaned. And really, there's even some grain cleaning businesses. They're booked for the next month really too already. It's just crazy how many people are having trouble. All of a sudden this year, just all of a sudden, here it is. I'm pushing here now. Hopefully get done with the wheat around home here today. Hope we get that done. We can start on the durum tomorrow, I hope. We'll find out. It looks real nice. Real nice. For that stupid ergot. I don't see much in here right now in this field. I don't see very much at all. Boy, for this soil here, this is doing really good. What a little bit of rain will do for light sandy soil when you get it. Get the timely rains. Amazing what it'll do. I should be more happy right now, but I'm just anxious and nervous. That's all it is right now. That's how it is, I guess. That's just the way I am. Because I guess for myself, I expect perfection out of myself, I guess. You know, I expect myself to do a great job, and well, that always puts more pressure on myself, and it always happens. I want things to go smooth and perfect, but I know that's not going to happen. But you know, I try my darndest. Sometimes it isn't even enough. There's so many things that you just can't control. It's just the type of person I am. At least we had the rains this year, though, for the wheat crop. At least that wasn't for the ergot. It's just, come on, it's just nuts. Can't believe it. I mean, it caught everybody off guard. It really did. Everybody's scrambling to figure out what to do here. Storage is coming harder to come by. Storage. Where to store the grain for the time being. It's tough for us here too. But I think we're just going to force us to haul more wheat. That's about it. I think that's what it's forcing us to do. As long as we can market it, got to get it cleaned. Some loads are going to have to get cleaned. So yeah, well, I got this. I think I got a close to a full hopper on this little piece here. Nice. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Please comment and subscribe, and yeah. hope we can truck along here. Got a lot to do yet here. Got a few hundred acres here to do this weekend. I hope we can get them done. And then we can have kind of a lull then before we have to do the old farm wheat. And then the flaxseed then in a couple weeks or so. See how it goes though. We've got a lot to do here. And I gotta start mowing some sloughs too if I get time. If I don't have time, that's fine. If I don't get to too many sloughs this year, won't be a problem. Got a lot of hay crop. Like last year, that was important that we did a lot of sloughs last year. Got a crud ton of hay off of them because we needed the hay bad. Now this year it's a little different tale now. It's not as important, but still a lot of nice grass here. Maybe it could allow us to sell some more hay this year because, well, we might need the income. And I'll talk about the combine in a future video at some point when I get more time. But it was coming, I guess. It was something that if you didn't know about it, you wouldn't even know where to check or whatnot. It's just one of those things. Something wrong from the factory is what the issue was on some of these combines. Issues from the factory. Mainly that bolt coming loose wasn't torqued high enough. Coming loose, and recorder buzzer. And yeah. Do I still like this combine? Absolutely. Absolutely. I love this combine. It's nothing with this it's nothing with the fault of the machine. It's just something wrong from the factory that wasn't quite right. I mean, it took it 1,100 hours, I guess, on the threshing system, so. But that's just the way it goes, though. So I hope we fixed it right. Hopefully, we don't have to do that again. But we know we'll probably inspect them every single year, either at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year. We'll pop open some covers and kind of look at them a little bit, wiggle them and see if there's any play or in space. And it's something to check for now. Both rotors. It's got to get better. I keep telling myself it's got to get better. It's got to let up. There's got to be something. There's got to be a couple years thrown in that's just going to be fantastic. Everything goes the way it should, but those years don't come by too often, though. But it's got to happen, though, at some point.